Ready. Ready. Home team selection Georgia Bulldogs.
Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. We have a top 25 clash between two of the best teams in the sport and both hoping to enhance their postseason resume. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Entering play call screen.
Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he'll just take a knee.
Entering coaching. Pause. You have 2 options. Depth chart. Entering depth chart. AHP. Slot 3. Slot 4. Slot 3. WR. Slot 4. Slot 6. Slot 3. Slot 4. Slot 6. Slot 4. Slot 3. Slot 4. Slot 3. Slot 5. Slot 6. Slot 5. CP. Slot 3. FS. SS. Entering. Cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel. Entering play call from Power I. Option is set to type. There are 2 categories. You have 4 options. HB led by the selected.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
You have 18 options. Choose the play from empty quads HG. There are 23 categories. You have 12 options. Slot is selected.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Just such elite playmakers usually. Just such speed. Listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
Right.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Here comes the option. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Entering play formation. There are trips HDW and quads HG.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
Hey, you come out early in the game. You're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one. But don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Offense set on first down. Leaves it with the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Seam flat.
Here's the handoff. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition of the running back position for the Bulldogs, Herschel Walker into his Heisman Trophy, no Sean Marino, and how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass in the next snap.
Choose the play from nickel overload free.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Middle third.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. The give to the tailback. Smashes through. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Direct snap. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field.
Middle third.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
and the running back handles the rest. Nice touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Single back. Ace doubling there. Tight way off flick. Wide zone.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
They'll run it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. LSU right back to the line. Keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down.
Right.
They'll try to run for it. At the 45 on its way. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Tight way off flicks.
On 1st down, here comes this offense.
Entering play call formation. Pistol flex bone. Close error to flood.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the option. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The option look. Now the pitch. They knock him down right there. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to
shot. Wing excellent. Jet touch pass.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Quick pass on the fly motion. Tackle was made after the 1st down.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
HB blessed. Tight.
They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Give to the running back. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8.
Flex bone. Tight. There are 2 categories. You have 11 options. Inside your triple option is selected. Close. Flood.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On the option. He'll do it himself. Now the pitch. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown,
Entering play
Tigers.
call, coach suggestions.
Great
There
job
are
by
8
the running back
categories.
scoring on
You
that
have
pitch
9
play off the
options.
option. It
Add
wasn't
event is
easy. He had
selected.
to make somebody miss and do some dirty work there down inside the 10-yard line, but nice individual effort.
And he added the extra point. So they put together a
Entering
9-play,
play call,
75-yard
special
drive.
teams. You have 5
And it was
options.
capped off with the
Kickoff goal
8-yard run.
selected.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair
Entering play
catch.
call, formation. There are 6 split. Penny. Mike Blitz 0.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again with that last catch. That's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 flash today. Clemson has the lead currently, but they've been in a dogfight all day today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 11 over Wake Forest. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Oh, the offensive first was absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
You have 5 jet touch pass.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. They'll run it from the gun. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Crack toss. Pinball toss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to get outside. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good kickoff before the defense put a stop to it.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
To the ground with the back. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on
There
his
are 9
defense.
categories. You have 11 options. Wide zone is selected.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Right.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
The best running back backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 9 options. That attempt is selected.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here.
Entering play. Dollar. Dime. Special. Dime. Auction is set. Choose the player to replace. You have 11. Choose the new player. You have 18 options. Choose the player to replace. Choose the new player. You have 18 options. Choose from 8 to 3, 6.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning.
3 is selected.
Running back goes in motion. He'll start this drive firing. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
Choose the player to replace. You have 11 options. Choose the new player. You have 6. Choose the player to replace. You have 11 options. Formation. Choose the player to replace. You have 11 options. Choose the new player. You have 19 options. Choose the from 3 to. There are 2 categories. You have edge blitz 1.
Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They're going to ride this running back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, dog! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
You have 7 options. Return left is selected.
They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead going for the onside kick. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. We've got a timeout from the kicking team.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 7 options. Return left is selected. Return base onside. Return right.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25.
Flex bone. Close. There are 2 categories. You have 21 options. FB dive is selected.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These 2 defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
Play call.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Great job by the defense, forcing a fumble for bad, unfortunate bounce. The offense bounces back on it.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down.
Right.
The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
Entering
Wouldn't have been the only All-American in this
there
booth
are
game
8
if I were allowed to
categories.
have
There are
push
22 subcategories. Option is
I'll
set
tell
to
you that.
punch.
It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Empty, punched, slot right, empty quadsation, empty base. FK screen sluggo.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
Definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Looking to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. That's caught. It's Goodwin. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Entering posts, onside, kickoff middle.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Barrier 6, penny. Maglet 0.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Maglet 0.
First down for this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call.
Seam flat.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quarterback adapting. Trying to make magic with his feet. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like, knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down, you can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
A little little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
Entering play
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
You have 21 options. Mike Blitz 0 is selected.
First down here for the offense.
Middle third.
Running back searching for a hole. At the 45 on his way. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
Middle third.
Back to pass, it's Massey. Gonna take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The back goes in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Middle third.
They'll run the option.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Offense facing 4th down.
Formation. There are 6 categories. There are 6 categories. You have 21
It's 4th
options.
down and 6,
Mike
and they'll
Blitz
try to
0 is
convert.
selected. Seam flat.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that pass intercepted. Bringing it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is
Entering
nothing
play
better
call.
than being a
Coach
defender,
suggestions.
seeing
There
that
are 8
ball in the end
categories.
zone.
You have 9
Eyes get
options.
big as
That event
saucers.
is
Go
selected.
jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd.
Entering play call.
Let's go to the studio
Special
now and
teams.
check in
You
with
have
Kevin
5
Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Kickoff
A
middle
lot
is
of
selected.
eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7
Entering play
over
call.
Kansas. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10.
Middle third.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot. It takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Middle third.
They'll try the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
There are 6
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Three. Penny. Stack. 3 high. Penny. Michael at 0.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
Middle third.
Now on the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. The offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Here comes the field goal unit. They'll try to get the 3. And this one splits the uprights. And they regain the lead.
Play call. Base onside.
They just put a field goal on the board, and now they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Entering play call is I shot single back. AHD cap tight way off wide zone.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll try the right side. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line.
Right.
D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. They'll give it to the back. On the move is the 30. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And that one will give them the lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
Entering play call. Split. Penny. Michael at 0.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field.
Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, the defense can't afford to give up too many big plays like that. That was a simple day one go route. A guy just running straight down the field. You need your DBs to get to that football and swat that thing away. You give up too many more of those, you don't got a shot at winning this game.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stevens. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Georgia going up tempo.
Seam flat.
Out of the gun. The running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Entering play call. Formation. There are 6 cat. 4. Special. Punt return. Punt safe.
Georgia sends out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop.
Pistol, shotgun, single pack, AHP dive, putty cross.
Will run the offense out onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches. And I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's past the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Midline triple.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. The lone back's got it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy who's now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. With jet sweep pass. Runs for the tackle. Hit the afterburners, kid. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, LSU. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
You have 9 options.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. You Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 18 over Kansas. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now on first down from the 28.
Middle third.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Coming after it. They get a rough rush, and it
Entering
pays
play
off the
call.
sack at the 20.
There are 6 categories.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about
selected.
hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Middle third.
Dropping back, it's Massey. Fires to the wideout. And the senior would love to have that one
Entering
back.
play
Just a
call.
little too much on the
6
pass.
categories.
Sometimes the quarterback just
options.
needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like
Middle
in
third.
basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But
Entering
over time,
screen
you
unit
see they have less and
options.
less mishaps like that.
That pass not
Formation.
close as he got
There are 6
drilled trying to
categories.
deliver
You
it,
have
and it'll bring
21
up fourth
options.
down.
Mike Blitz 0 is selected.
No
Spread.
hesitation
Middle
at all.
third.
The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Quarterback checking off. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Pistol.
A bold
Flex corner.
decision to go for it on
Close.
fourth down and
Flood.
one that did
FK
not
rocket
pay off.
toss roll out.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And he'll pick up one. It brings up second and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Ace doubling. There are 9 categories. Formation. Choose the player to replace. You have 11 options. Choose the ace doubling. There are type wide zone.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9.
Right.
The give and tick, 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 tick. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
There are 9
Keep
categories.
pounding away
You
at
have
this
11
defense and make
options.
them play the run. If you can get this many a
Flex
chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box,
There
more
are 2
guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but
Right.
they'd love to convert this third and short.
Right.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting
Entering
away
play
a victory.
call. Close. There are 2. From choose the player to replay. Choose the player to replay. Choose the new player. Choose the player to replace. Choose the new player. You have 5. Choose the formation. Close. There are flood. FK rocket toss roll out.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a
Entering
little
play
power,
call.
and he's got the
Close.
first
There are
down.
2 categories.
I'll
You
say,
have
watching
21
this offense
options.
this year,
FD
one of the
toss
things you
selected.
have to be really happy about is their ability to
Got it.
move the
A
sticks. This is one of the
counter
top 25 offenses in the
Double
country
dive.
in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run and the end
Entering
zone.
play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
They've got the lead, trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Play formation. Special. Flex. Close. There are 2 slant out. Rocket toss.
The offense will have to use
Entering
its first
play
time out of the
formation.
half.
There are close. There are 2 formation. There are 8 categories. There are 2 subcategories. Close. There are 2 categories. You have 21 options. WB dive is selected.
Play the analytics here and you go for 2. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's going to be stopped
Entering
short
play
of the goal
call.
line. The
Special
2-point
teams.
attempt
You
is
have
no
5
good as they are
options.
unable to
Off goal
extend the
selected.
lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made.
Entering play call. Penny. Mike Blitz 0.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete for the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
You have 21
Ball is
options.
at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible.
Spread.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Going to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. The completion well past the sticks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Going up top on 1st down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Got it. Touchdown Bulldogs. And once he got loose, it was all over.
A nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle. A nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Fast motion from the offense. They've got the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 9. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Back to the quarterback. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Entering play call.
They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Formation.
Man, do you have to love the timing, the 6th sense to call that play and know to be successful. Jesse, you're looking for big plays when you call trick plays, and a touchdown, that's exactly what you want.
Man, the quarterback was licking his chops too, David. When he got the ball back from the running back, he knew he had his guy wide open. At that point, you're just thinking, don't underthrow it too badly and don't miss this guy. Just give him an opportunity, and the trick play pays off.
Georgia, 32.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair
Entering
catch.
play call. Formation. There are 6. Penny. Michael 0.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Middle third.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's taking the deep shot. And that pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Entering.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. The DBs will back off a bit. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offense.
Entering weekly advanced summary screen. Entering Dynasty Hub screen. Recruiting is selected. You have 5. Entering overview screen. Invite. Ready for visit. Any. Recruiting. Schedule visit. Scouting 60%. Recruit overview. Recruiting. Schedule visit. Scouting Scouting 1. Recruiting. Send the house. Hard overview. Recruiting. Hard sell. TM player. Add action plus. Set soft sell. Add action plus TM. Search social media. Schedule visit. Send the house. Overview. Scouting 100%. Overview. Recruiting. Send the house. Add action. Hard sell. Add action. Soft sell. Add action plus. Schedule visit.